Ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg Farrar, aka Spread a Stare here. And today I'm back with odds.com, and we're going to be talking about the Portland Trailblazers and what to expect from this team as they head to the NBA bubble in Orlando. Portland Trailblazers, they made the Western Conference Finals last year. Yeah, didn't do too well there, right? I kind of got smoked. But they made the Western Conference Finals. They looked to be a team on the way up. Made some poor roster decisions in the offseason, got rid of a couple key forwards that they were not able to replace. When they realized they had this lack of roster depth, they brought in Carmelo Anthony. How's Melo done? He's still a scorer. He's still got it on the offensive end. On the defensive end, still a liability, all right? So not much has changed with Melo. We know what we're getting. The guy can put it in the bucket. The guy gives up buckets. That's where we're at with Carmelo Anthony. One of the reasons they jettisoned all that forward depth in the offseason was to give more playing time and more usage to Zach Collins. Unfortunately, Collins went down early with the shoulder injury. So now Collins is rehabbed. He's back. Let's see how he does on this team. Yusuf Nurkic is another one that's returning from injury. We haven't seen him all year. Nurkic was a big part in that run last year to the Western Conference Finals, so we'll see if he can make the same impact. One of the issues the Trailblazers will be having, though, still lack of depth at small forward. They have no depth on the wings. This is a wing league. It's a 3-and-D league. You had a rim protector, a point guard, and 3 wings. That's how most teams are running, okay? And Portland, they just don't have it. You know, they made a move. They dumped Kent Bazemore for Trevor Ariza. Ariza came in and actually made great contributions to the team. He brought his defense back a couple years. He wasn't defending well in Phoenix, wasn't defending that well in Sacramento, and now all of a sudden he's defending really well. Guess what? He's not going to be there in the bubble. Also, an injury to Rodney Hood has further depleted and decimated this team at forward. So this is going to be a big issue for Portland. I love Damian Lillard. CJ McCollum gets buckets. But I think this lack of wing depth is really going to be tough to overcome. So that's my main concern here with Portland as a team and as a roster. Now let's look at another concern for this team heading into the bubble, and that's the schedule that the NBA has given them. They start off against the Grizzlies, young upstart team. They should be able to beat this Grizzlies team, but it's going to be a tough game. And guess what? That's one of their easiest games. Then they have to play the Boston Celtics. Then they play the Houston Rockets. Then they play the Denver Nuggets. Then they play the Clippers, the Sixers. I mean, this schedule is ridiculous. They followed up with the Mavericks, and finally, for their 8th game, they get an easy game in the Nets. So not a lot of winnable games on the schedule. I think this is one of the toughest schedules that the NBA has handed out in the bubble. Now, I don't want to discount Damian Lillard. I hate going against Damian Lillard. Could Damian Lillard prove me wrong here? He could. I mean, to me, he's a top 5 player in the NBA. People are going to scoff, but that's just what I believe. This guy is great. This guy is underrated. How can you be an underrated all-star? He's managing to do it. So I hate going against my guy, Damian Lillard. But unfortunately, the lack of wing depth and the schedule is going to be too much for even the great Dame Lillard to overcome here. So I'm going to go ahead and make my play of under 3.5 wins for the regular season bubble for the Portland Trailblazers. That's right, I went under 3.5. But let's look at this schedule again. I mean, the Celtics, tough game. Rockets, tough game. Then you got to play the Nuggets. Then you got to play the Clips. Then you play the Sixers and the Mavericks. I mean, that's a juggernaut right there. So it's really too bad, and I hate to do this. I'm a big Portland guy myself. I'm a big Dame Lillard guy myself, but I'm going to have to put those feelings aside till next season and bet the under 3.5 on the Portland Trailblazers bubble regular season win total. This is it. I'm Greg Farrar, aka Spread a Stare for odds.com. Head on over to odds.com for content like this and other great content on all types of sports. And in fact, if you're a Blazers fan, you can find a lot of positive reasons why they think the Blazers are going to do good. So some of our staff thinks the Blazers are going to do really good. I, unfortunately, on the other side. So you want to see both sides of the coin? Head over to odds.com. Check out my article. Check out the counterpoint. All types of information available for you at odds.com. Thanks for listening, guys.